Hi guys, welcome to FPA exam prep. As you all know that CLAT 2025 examination now is months away. We are only having 3 months of time to prepare for this examination. Now what should be your strategy to prepare for this exam? What should be your plan? What should be your strategy to clear this exam? That is what we are going to understand in today's class with reference to your legal reasoning subject. Why I am taking the reference of legal reasoning? Because in this CLAT examination, if you are preparing for this examination, you must be aware of this fact that the majority of the question are from this legal reasoning section, and this is something which you are going to read and which is you are going to understand in your law school, and then after that even you graduate from the top law school, you will be, you are throughout the life you are going to read laws and laws only. So that is why this particularly legal reasoning is not only important for the clearing this CLAT 2025 examination. If you have decided that you want to become an advocate or you want to become a judge, so reading law should be your habit, it should be part of your lifestyle, right? So in today's class we'll be understanding what are the ways you can understand the law, various laws that are there, but particularly in this video we'll be trying to understand what you need to do, how you efficiently can prepare for this law of contract, and what are the important parts that are there which you need to prepare for CLAT 2025 examination. So this is just going to be an introduction video for all of you, so that if you are preparing for CLAT 2025 examination, what are the important facts and circumstances that you need to keep in mind in order to be efficient in the law of contract, right? So first of all, before going into the depth of the Indian Contract Act, we need to understand what is the requirement of the exam. Now if you are going to look into the paper pattern of the examination over the period of time, you will find that in your examination they will not be asking question on the sections, they will not be asking question on the articles, they will not be asking questions on the legal theories or legal, case laws and all. So there is no point of reading all that. The purpose or the requirement of CLAT examination is only to be familiar, to make you familiar with the language of law. So that is why we are going to, we are coming up with a video where we will be guiding you about what are the important parts, what are the important sections that are there that you need to understand for CLAT 2025 examination. So this video is particularly going to be about this law of contract, how you can efficiently prepare for this. And after that, this is not sufficient, this is only 50% part of your preparation. After that, mock test should be attempted. Mock test is the recipe to clear this exam. If you are not attempting mock test, that means you are only prepared 50%. That is the fact. Now before going into all these psychological and motivational things, I'll be coming back to the law of contract, and we'll be understanding how you efficiently, what are the important things that are there that you need to understand for this law of contract for CLAT 2025, right? So this first part includes definition. Now what are the definitions that are there, and passages are given in the last year's examinations also. So law of contract is something you can expect 1, 2 or 3 passages, that means 5, 10, 15 questions from the same. Now why I am saying that, sometimes it may happen in your exam that you are getting only one passage from law of contract, but the other passage can be from sales of goods act, other passage can be from special contract act. So this is, in a way, the language of the law is similar, it's not same, it's similar. So you will be easily able to understand the language, and that is the requirement of the exam. So in this law of contract, first of all, the things that you need to understand is all the definitions that are there. The first if I talk about the definition, what is contract? And once you read the definition of contract, it says that the law which are, agreement which are enforceable by law. Now I'm asking, what is agreement, what is enforceability by law? Then you are saying offer and acceptance, when it comes with consideration, is an agreement. Now I'll be asking, what is an offer, what is an acceptance, what is a valid offer, what kind of offers are there, what is an acceptance, what kind of acceptance are there, what is to be considered as valid acceptance, what is not to be considered as valid acceptance. So these are the things that you need to understand in the definition part. We will be coming up with the more videos to help you for this examination, so you don't need to worry about it. If there is any confusion regarding the exam, you can let us know in the chat box. We are always there to help you out. Now the second part is what types of contract are there. Now first we understood how a contract is formed, then after that what types of contracts are there. Suppose void agreement is there, valid contract is there, void contract is there, voidable contract are there. So what is the difference between all of them? That is what we need to understand in the definition part and in what types of contracts are there. Then moving ahead, it says essentials of a valid contract. Now a contract to be valid contract, what are the essential elements which it needs to fulfill? So that is the third part that you need to understand in this law of contract in order to be familiar with the language of the law. Moving ahead, the third or the fourth part is what are the components of a contract. Suppose offer should be there, then acceptance should be given on the same, then after that consideration should be there, and it should be, when it is enforceable by law, it becomes a valid contract. So we have already had a discussion about what is a valid offer, what is a valid acceptance, what is a valid consideration, then what is the legality of object. So this is something which you need to and which you must, which you shall prepare for your examination in order to be familiar with the language of the law. Now moving ahead, it says what capacity of parties. Now what do you understand by capacity of parties? Now if you are preparing well, do let me know what do you understand. Are you able to think this out, that what is capacity of parties? What do you understand by the same? Now when we talk about capacity of parties, the simple meaning of capacity of parties is that the parties which are entering into a contract, are they competent to enter into a contract? Suppose a minor, can he enter into a contract? Suppose there is a foreign investor, can he enter into a contract? Suppose there is a convicted person who has been convicted in an offense and he is serving the jail, he is serving the sentence, can he enter into a contract? So now this is something which we will be understanding in the capacity of parties part. Then after that, free consent is there. Now suppose somebody is coming to me, he is pointing a gun at me and now he is saying, Prabhat, are you interested in selling your land to me? I'll say yes, because I am on gunpoint. But is it a valid contract? Like this is what I have given my signature. So to the extent it is a valid contract, but it can be voidable at the instance of aggrieved party. I am the aggrieved party in this case. So this is all we will be understanding in this series. So if you are interested in clearing this CLAT 2025 examination, or even if you are not going to appear in this exam, but if you want to become aware citizen of India, who want to be aware of your rights and duties, you can follow this series if you want to be aware of the laws of civil laws of India. Then after that, the legality of object. Now a contract should be legally valid. The object of contract should not be illegal or immoral, right? So legality of object is something which is very relevant to the law of contract. So that is what we will be understanding. Just give me a second. Okay. So legality of object is something that we understood. Then consideration, then various modes of discharge. Suppose these are the conditions through, if you follow each and every condition, you enter into a valid contract. Now let's suppose say you have entered into a contract. Now what are the ways you can discharge the contract? It can be by operation of law, it can be by lapse of time, it can be by a mutual agreement, and there are so many things. So that is what we will be understanding in the various modes of discharge of contract and performance of contract, how the performance will be made, and then after that what are the remedies in the law of contract. Now this is something which is again very important, because if breach of contract is happening, what is the remedy you will be getting, right? This is something which you all need to know. That is why that is the part that will be understanding what are the remedies for a breach of contract. Then after that, there is a second unit of law of contract in which most of the question will not be there, but at least you need to have the basic idea of the same. In a Special Contract Act, we will be understanding what is a contract of guarantee, what is a contract of agency, what is a contract of bailment, what is a contract of pledge, what is a contract of mortgage, and then after that there are so many contracts which are a special contract, which comes under the category of special, like for say contract of indemnity, right? So indemnity is there, contract of guarantee is there, contract of pledge is there, contract of bailment is there, contract of agency is there. So these all kind of contracts we will be understanding in a separate unit, that is to be of Special Contract Act. Now, if you are somebody who is, who is persistently, who is preparing for CLAT 2025 examination, and you want to excel in this legal reasoning section, what are the things you need to keep in mind? The first thing is that you don't need to remember or learn any of the article, any of the section, although you can do that. That will help you in law school and that will help you in practice also. But that is not required for this examination, because each section, each article will be getting in the comprehension passage. So you only need to be familiar with the language of the law. And if you are familiar with the language of the law, it will be very easy for all of you to find out the answer, and answer will also be given in the passage. So that is the kind of exam CLAT is, right? If you are familiar with the language, the skill you require is that you need to find out the answer from the given comprehension passage. So we will be coming up with these videos where we will be talking about what types of contracts are there, what are the essentials of a valid contract. All these videos will be coming up on the YouTube. So if you are interested in knowing the law of the land, you can follow us, you can subscribe us, so that you can get notification on time. And thank you so much for watching this video.